Ever felt like it was us against the world in a relationship, except the world was your friends, family, and anyone you've ever trusted? A key tactic of intimate partner violence as the two-person cult is making outside perspectives the enemy. It's subtle, it's gradual, and it's reinforced by the opaque threat of constant violence that naturally you try to avoid at all costs. Now, most obviously, the abuser frames anything from deferring opinions to loving concern from friends or family as an attack on the relationship or the abuser themselves. For example, in my experience, a friend's opinion on what counted as healthy relationship was sort of recast as an attack on all queer female relationships and therefore the relationship that I was in. More subtly though, abusers can take differing opinions and weaponize them as a threat against your sense of belonging and even membership to an identity group. For example, I had a deferring analysis of different diasporic experiences of Blackness in the United States and globally. And within the abusive relationship I was in, this deferring opinion meant that I wasn't Black enough. It meant that my opinion didn't count, and even more so, it meant that I was a part of the problem. Now, how does this lead to isolation? Well, thinking differently would lead to conflict, which would ultimately lead to an escalation into violence. And therefore, safety within this context, immediate safety and temporary relief, ultimately meant avoidance with others. It meant distancing from my own self. It meant creating space to engage with the abuser's approved narratives. That was the best proximity to safety that existed within this context, which ultimately did further removes you from the self and from others, which in this even more isolated circumstance means being more vulnerable to experience more violence. Now, this is just one part of a complex system. Stay tuned and watch my full episode this Friday where we break down the entire framework.